Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. Firstly, some claims from a top Fano commander. Uh, Yesterday, Legasatolo, Ethiopian communication minister, held a press briefing about first phase of the military operation under the state of emergency in the Amhara region. And after that, a Fano commander shared details. What is the government saying? What did Fano commander say last night about losses suffered by Ethiopian military and Fano details for you? Secondly, uh, claims are being made by some Tigrayan activists and journalists about Wolkait. Since yesterday, they are speaking about Wolkait as if Wolkait is totally under ENDF control now. Details for you. Thirdly, viewers, Eritrean opposition groups are giving a tough time to the government-backed programs in Europe and North America. We have seen attacks on festivals in Germany, Sweden, Canada, US. It seems that opposition groups they want to take their struggle to a higher level. They are trying to stop festivals, but now they are going to they're planning something which could be big, it seems. Eritrean diplomats could be in trouble, it seems. Firstly, viewers, yesterday did a video about Legasatolo's press briefing. Ethiopian communication minister shared details of operation against Fano. Legasatolo said that first phase of the military operation in the Amhara region had been concluded successfully. Military had regained control of 6 major cities, life returning to normalcy. He told Fano fighters to surrender, to lay down arms. And he said that in 6 cities everything was under control and that this operation will continue. Then came a statement from a Fano commander, top Fano commander Demeke from Gurjam. He was released from a prison earlier this year. And then he was based in Bahirdar. I don't think he was fighting on front lines in this military operation against Fano fighters. But he spoke yesterday about the success of Fano fighters. This is success according to Demeke. Demeke claims that Fano has completed first phase of a struggle very successfully. He said that Fano has captured lots of weapons from ENDF. Fano stormed ENDF camps. Soldiers fled, died, killed, injured, and Fano fighters captured ENDF weapons. So Fano fighters are now well equipped. Secondly, he said logistics, that Fano fighters have more logistics now. They attacked military, they attacked government buildings, and they collected supplies for themselves. Thirdly, losses inflicted on ENDF. He claims that hundreds of ENDF soldiers were killed. Thousands have been taken prisoner. This is a very interesting claim. He says thousands of ENDF soldiers have been taken prisoner. We have seen a few videos showing a few dozen, a few hundred maybe ENDF soldiers taken prisoner by Fano fighters. So where are these thousands of ENDF soldiers taken prisoner, which Demeke is claiming? It's difficult to digest. Maybe the soldiers were taken prisoner and released. or they are still POWs being kept by Fano fighters somewhere. Losses suffered by Fano fighters. Not a single Fano fighter has been captured by ENDF, according to Demeke. Very few killed, very few, just a few. And he talked about attack on Bahirdar prison. How many were freed? 18,000. He says 18,000 inmates from the prison were freed, and most of them Fano supporters, Fano fighters, some ASF members too. Now, Lagasse Tolo yesterday talked about Fano's attacks on prisons. He did not share details. Which prisons were attacked by Fano fighters in the last 10 days? How many prisoners were set free? No details shared by the government. The Demeke says only 18,000 freed from Sabatamit prison in Bahirdar. Government should clarify. It's government's responsibility. How many freed? In which cases were they being kept in the prison? Are the hardcore criminals who have been freed, Fano fighters, or criminals involved in or other types of criminals who have not committed any heinous crimes? I think government should tell the people. And he spoke about the reason for retreat, for withdrawal. Again, Fano's narrative is that ENDF fired heavy weapons. People's lives were in danger. So Fano decided to withdraw from town, cities. This is what we're seeing continuously from all Fano commanders. He said the same. To protect the people of the Amhara region, Fano fighters decided to withdraw. It does not mean that Fano fighters cannot take over big cities again. They can take over easily, he said. Then he spoke about the need for unity. He said all Amharas should be united. They should support the struggle. They should support Fano fighters. He used the word Oromo government several times in his statement. He said this government is the Oromo government. Amhara's government is weak. Oromo government allegedly is weak. Amhara should unite to protect themselves. So this is what Demeke said. Two important things which government should clarify. How many prisoners were set free, were released from Sabatam prison? How many Fano fighters captured? How many Fano commanders captured, killed? How many Fano fighters are in custody of Ethiopian National Defense Force? How many ENDF soldiers taken prisoner by Fano? How many ENDF soldiers killed, wounded? Who will tell the people? Obviously, Ethiopian government, ENDF. PM Abiy was today visited a military training center, a commando training center, where Hano Jul accompanied him as well. So he talked about the quality of training, the strength of ENDF commandos. What about the losses suffered by ENDF in the Amhara region? Who will tell the people? Fano fighters will keep on exaggerating their gains if government does not clarify. By the way, sometimes I have to use the word win, success, lose, defeat. It's mainly because sometimes there is shortage of words when it comes to describing the war-like situation in a region. Otherwise, I don't like these words, because in a war, no one is a winner, no one is successful. Wars mean destruction, misery. People die, soldiers die. Sometimes they face lifelong health problems, injured, paralyzed, lots of issues, infrastructure destroyed, economy ravished. Wars don't bring peace mostly. Wars bring hunger, misery, destruction. No one wins in a war. Government should realize that. Fano fighters should realize that too. Who won the war in Tigray? Tigray devastated. People of Tigray died in thousands, tens of thousands. ENDF soldiers died too. Ethiopian government suffered. Ethiopia suffered economically, etc. Same will happen after the war if it happened in Amhara. Let's hope, let's pray that the parties have learned from what happened in Tigray. Secondly, viewers, since yesterday and for the past few days, I would say, claims are being made by some Tigrayan activists and journalists. They are claiming that Wolkait is under full control of Ethiopian National Defense Force and federal forces now. Amhara forces have withdrawn. They have been told to leave the area. By Amhara forces, we mean Amhara police and Amhara militias. Last night, two Tigrayan journalists made a similar claim that ENDF federal forces in full control of Wolkait. They are holding meetings with people. They are telling that new administrators will be elected or will be selected. And Amhara forces have been told to leave the area. And Amhara forces, they have left Amhara Wolkait, and they are mainly based in Salamti, maybe some in Sagade too, but in Salamti. Where is Colonel Demeke Zewdu? Well, I tried to confirm this. If someone is able to confirm complete removal of Amhara militias, Amhara administration from Wolkait, please contact me. I could not confirm that. I don't think that Amhara militia, Demeke Zewdu, others would leave Wolkait, Amhara Sagade easily. And the other side is silent. No statement from Amhara regional government, Amhara, Fano fighters and other factions. If such a big decision has been made and all Amhara forces are out of Wolkait, Amhara Sagade, why is that Amhara media is silent? So maybe some Tigrayan activist journalists are exaggerating things. Why? Because they want this to happen. They want Amhara forces, militias, Demeke Zewdu administration to leave Wolkait. They want to capture Wolkait. They believe now that a new player has emerged in Amhara. Though they don't admit that Fano is a force to reckon with, but I think in their private conversations they say that a new player has emerged in Amhara, and this player could complicate Tigray's efforts to recapture, to retake Wolkait and Raya Koram. That is why they want a swift decision by the federal government to push all Amhara militia members out of Wolkait, Amhara, Sagade, Raya, and entry of Tigray. Tigray forces have not entered Wolkait, Amhara, Sagade so far. Let's see, let's wait for more verification. If someone is able to verify, please do contact me. I tried my best, I could not confirm complete removal of Amhara forces from Wolkait. Lastly, was Eritrea. It seems that Eritrean opposition groups based in Europe and North America are planning to take their struggle against Eritrean president, Eritrean government to a new level, a higher level. Since last year, we have been seeing that opposition groups have been organizing themselves. Brigade Nehamidov was formed. Eritrean government-backed festivals were attacked. In several countries, festivals were attacked. In some countries, festivals were cancelled. Eritrea is gradually losing a source of income. At these festivals, funds are raised for Eritrean government. Eritrean government is furious at the groups which are trying to disrupt these festivals. Eritrea is accusing Tigrayans that Tigrayans in the guise of Eritreans are attacking these festivals. Now, the opposition groups are trying to take their struggle to a new level. They're planning to protest, to start protests in front of Eritrean embassies across the world, especially in Europe, especially in North America. Not just protests. They'll try to lay siege to embassies. They might attack embassies. How workable is this plan? That we'll see, but opposition groups are holding discussions. They are considering the use of this option to put more pressure upon Eritrean government. So coming day is crucial. I think Brigade Nihamado's success in disrupting festivals is giving hope to opposition groups that they can now take their struggle to a new higher level. Will all the activities in foreign countries have any impact on the situation in Eritrea too? Because opposition groups, all of them are based abroad. No opposition allowed in Eritrea. So can these opposition groups bring about any change in Eritrea, or are they going to make the lives of Eritreans difficult? Because if Eritrean government is not able to collect money from abroad, if it is not able to get remittances from diaspora, the effect will be felt by the people. People will suffer more. These opposition groups have very limited options, by the way. What can they do? They cannot enter Eritrea. Neighboring countries are not going to allow any opposition Eritrean groups to be based. Ethiopia, others. They can only carry out their activities in Europe, in North America. Purpose is to put pressure upon Eritrean government to ensure that Eritrea does not receive funds from abroad. The international community isolates Eritrea. Eritrea already not on good terms with the US and West. So isolation won't bring about any change for Eritrean government. Eritrea is already criticizing West and the US. Eritrea is a staunch supporter of a new alternative world order, more eager for a new world order than those who are being pushed to lead this new world order, China and Russia. Thank you for watching.